Right. Today I'm talking with Bob Whetstone, and if anyone's visited Salem during Halloween, you've probably seen him standing with a large religious poster hanging from his neck as he hands out flyers. And I thought it would be interesting to take a few minutes to just talk to him and figure out who he is.
All right.
And why don't you start by telling me how religion entered your life?
Well, I really wasn't too religious when we were young. We did go to Sunday school, but we moved to the suburbs. We didn't stay with it. And my religion was the outdoors, and I spent a lot of time fishing. I'm from Pennsylvania. I was raised kind of in that way, and it was wonderful. And I really liked to go, and I got to take a couple of trips to Montana, and I lived off the land for a while. And my sister had the salvation experience herself, and I saw her get baptized. I didn't go to the church there, but she gave me a Christian book. I didn't know the Bible. I never even picked the Bible up till I was 28 years old. Anyway, one night, I had a real encounter. I just came home it was nothing. I was just reading a little bit of the book, and everything was like, this is real. This is like what you're really looking for. I didn't hear any voice, but it was like just that clear, And I said, I have to be crazy. I got on my knees and I said, Jesus, take all my sins away and take over my life. And I was totally changed. Totally changed. And I didn't know any, except for my sister, I didn't know any Christians. I had no Christian friends. Nobody ever mentioned Jesus, no Bible. Nothing at all, anywhere in all the schools I went to, anything. And but I didn't know what to do, and I went to my sister's church, and I started getting involved. We played softball, basketball, things, and that was it. It was nice and it was social. But then I said, I got to get out of this church. I'm not getting anywhere here. God has something for me to do. So then I looked in the paper. I saw a couple of churches, and I went, by the grace of God, I went to this small little Baptist church, and when I went in there, I saw people. I said, they were going on the streets. They were doing all. So I just went out with them, and that's it.
Describe.
Not so much preaching. It was just reaching people. It wasn't like preaching so much. It was just going out and meeting people, talking with them, helping them. We gave food. We gave clothes. We had people to try to help, and then if they came to church, and it wasn't.
What church was this with?
This was in Allentown, Pennsylvania, because I'm from Bethlehem, but it was on the edge of Allentown. This church here, when I went there, God actually spoke to me and said, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Actually spoke to me. And they were going to prisons, nursing homes, they were going out the streets, and I never was anything like this. I was 31 years old. And that's when I went there, and I didn't know anybody, and I didn't know what to do even then. And 4 weeks later, I just went up. They said, did you get baptized? I said, no, they baptized me. And then after that, he said, you just read the Bible. So I started reading the Bible. And that's when my eyes opened up, because I had never really read the Bible. See, after I really got into the Bible, now I'm not schizophrenic, but God started speaking to me. It wasn't like I was on drugs or something. I literally could hear things from God. Whatever he told me and I did it, it worked.
What does he say?
Well, he wanted me to sell my trailer, and then God wanted me to go to a Bible college up here.
Where?
It was called Baptist Bible College East, but I think they changed the name of it. It's up kind of near Hyde Park, up in the Milton. It's kind of in that area there. And it was good, and I went for 2 years, and it was great. And the third year I was saying, Lord, what do you want me to do? And in the spring, after I finished my second year, he said, quit your job. I used to work a night job, security. And he says, move into church. Nobody lived there at all. So I drove down to the church in Peabody. It was a Baptist, Tabernacle Baptist church. And I said, Pastor Smith, I said, God told me to quit my job and move into church. And there was a man that graduated 4 years. I wasn't finished my second, and he fixed the room up as an associate pastor and fixed it all. It was an old Baptist building. And he told me where they gave me this room. And he fixed it all up. This is an old building, like from the 1870s or something. He carpeted, he put all this paneling, so the Lord had it for me. That's all I can tell you. So I lived in there, and then when he called me to do this, he specifically showed me exactly, like before I would do the church work, like the church, I would do certain things for the church. Then it became, this is you now. This is really your main purpose here. All those things were preparing. They were all good. I did 15 years of church work. It was great. And when he wanted me to do this, I said, it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm going into prison 30 hours. I witnessed the hundreds and hundreds of people in the prison where I could spend hours. I used to go in there and spend hours with people and try to help people. And to do this, it doesn't jive. I was running buses for almost 15 years. And to stand around, but God spoke to me in the Bible before and then confirmed it, and it was crystal clear. And he showed me why. He actually spoke to me and everything, so I didn't have any doubt. So I went all around Peabody and all that with it. And I went to Lynn, all those cities, all of them, but mainly to Lynn. That's where God really sent me, to Lynn. He wanted me to, in fact, I went through the whole city of Lynn.
What's the poem about Lynn?
Lynn, the city of sin, you don't come out the way you come in.
What do you think that means?
Well, you go in there for a while and you get fouled up. But you know what? Some people say it's Lynn, the city of him now. So I hope so. I hope so. But